Welcome back to my series of videos where I show off my collection. Today's episode we have discs, CDs, DVDs, Laserdiscs, and CEDs. Let's begin. That was a good snap. Okay, so last time I showed off. There's a mirror there. Can't have mirrors in my area. Last time we showed off my sorry, I'm laughing at Bruce Willis up there. What are you doing over there? Last time we showed off the VHS collection, and the this is new, but there's everything in there. And this time, stuff is actually organized because last time I filmed that right after I knocked a shelf down. So maybe this time I'll actually know where things are. So we're gonna start off with laser discs. These are laser discs. They're pretty neat. Let's grab them. Let's do Back to the Future. Come here. So laser disc is analog. Woo! Don't drop, please. It's a laser disc. Just think of a big DVD. The boxes are pretty cool too. I collect a lot of them for decently cheap. They can range from $1 to $8, but this is cool. This comes with a script of The Wizard of Oz. This has the Big Chungus, so I own Big Chungus on Laserdisc. In the 100 movie review, actually, this is where most of the movies I watched. Not a lot of them, like 20 at least. So yeah, Laserdiscs are pretty cool. They're cool to collect. They're like records, and I don't listen to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of in the car. So, I mean, I have a record player right where Kennedy was shot. I watch more movies than music. So next we have a CED player, a Selectavision. This is weird. This actually works, but it's so loud. I wonder if it's so squeaky that it burns your ears out. These are CEDs. It's already in there. I don't want to take it out because it would mess up the cords inside. But what's inside of one of these is it's about the same size disc as a laser disc. But it's black, and it uses a needle, a diamond needle, I believe. And it's very weird how it works. I don't actually know the science behind it. I don't even know, because I don't know how this is analog and not digital, and I know digital uses files and gigabytes and stuff. I don't know. I believe this is analog, even though it uses lasers. This is analog because it's engraved inside the disc. So I believe. Let's see. Let me think about this. Because DVDs are engraved, but it's laser engraved. This is machine engraved. I think there's still grooves in the Laserdisc. But this one, you put it in, and you take it out, and it's a sleeve. Here, I'll just take this out. Come on. Yeah. Thanks for being in a weird position. Okay, Footloose. This isn't the movie. This box isn't the movie. It's what's inside. So you put this in. It grabs onto these notches, and then it takes this out. And I'll put a picture on screen. It's pretty interesting. I don't know how it works. I don't even know how VCRs work. I just know that magnets affect them. So you know, neat stuff. Neat stuff. Also, let's see, where is it? Here's happy 1 million, Scott. Let's put this back in. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's CDs, Laserdisc. I watch a lot of movies on Laserdisc. Compared to VHS and DVD, something about them, I feel, I don't know, like it's handling an actual antique. You know, technically this is an antique, right? But it's worth 49 cents. This is an antique, but it's worth $8, you know. I don't know, I just feel more special using a Laserdisc. This is from 1986, and so that'd be 34 years old. So, you know, technically I should treat this with the best respect I can, but oops, I dropped it. You know, if I drop this thing, I'm going to burst out in tears. That's how important it is. Maybe not that much. That's a bit dramatic. Let's see, what movies do I have in here? I have Aladdin. Aladdin is like the best movie ever. Best animated movie by far. Goodfellas is the best cinematic drama. Back to the Future is the best sci-fi action. I have Wallace and Gromit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit's awesome. This is cool. It's a Road Runner. Wile E. Coyote. Something about laser discs. They're multiple discs, so let's get The Godfather. So, The Godfather is a pretty long movie. Actually, better yet, Gone with the Wind would be a better example. I'll show this because it's easier to show. But so here's the whole trilogy. There's a side on each disc. Or there's footage on each side of the disc. And so there's 2 discs per thing, 4 sides. So unlike my machine, which automatically flips, if after every, it's exactly an hour, if it's on standard play, I believe. But after an hour, you would have to take it out, flip it, and then insert it on the other side like a record, which could be annoying. But luckily, I bought this one for $25 at a flea market. It's been great. I'm surprised it's held up so long. Actually, I bought this from a guy that thought it was a 5-disc DVD tray, and so when I took it apart, there was just a bunch of discs in there. So I got this for a great price. Laserdiscs go for, you know, $200 to $1,000. So let's see how many discs that Gone with the Wind have. Is it a book? Oh, it is a book. Okay. So that's 1 disc, and that's 1 disc. So it's a 4-hour movie. It's 3:58, I think. So it's 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 58 minutes. So it can be annoying and tedious to some, but I don't know, something about Laserdiscs, they're neat. I like watching on them. So if you open a 30-year-old box, it smells like the old person smell. I think most people know what I'm talking about there. But this doesn't just smell like old people. The place I bought it from, you know, whoever gave it, sold it to them, must have been like a heavy smoker, because at least three-fourths of this collection just smells heavy of cigarette smoke. It's like, oh boy, can't wait to watch Howdy Doody, and you just get like a whiff, like, what else for CEDs? There's not so much. I don't have many. What is it? 6, 7? It's 6. They're neat, but there's a lot more maintenance compared to Laserdisc. Next we have DVDs. DVDs are cool. I mean, obviously everyone knows what a DVD is. I don't have a crazy collection. I mean, there's definitely a lot. They're good in size. I think it wastes a lot of plastic, kind of like a switch box. a Nintendo Switch box. You know, that's kind of a lot of waste of space, but there's nothing you can do. Anything too crazy. These are really weird movies. Baby Driver. Oh, my baby. I love that movie. There. I'll just push that away. One big advantage on DVDs besides quality is not only they last longer than VHS, they're more fragile, but they last longer. Tapes can have get mold and break easily. You know, same with DVDs. You can easily crack one in half, but you know, they don't degrade after. You know, I don't know. They're pretty equal. VHS tapes can last forever if taken care of. DVDs can do the same, but it just depends on where it's kept and whoever's owning it. You know, if you just throw your tapes around or your DVDs around, then obviously it's not going to last long. But if it's kept care of pretty well, then you're going to get a lot of use out of it. Only main issue. Here's a good example. Get this out of the SpongeBob movie. You know, that's a lot of scratches. I guess the other good thing about DVDs is that they're easy to buffer out. You know, you can either get a professional to machine them out. There's like buffering machines for DVDs. Or even some patients. You can get some wax and stuff. Remember there's that one toothpaste trick. If you slather toothpaste all over the place, it was supposed to work. I don't think it ever did. I wanted to show the big advantage on DVDs and tapes. I know this is about discs, but just watch this. So, it's The Sopranos, the TV show I own a lot of, but I still haven't seen. The first season. Here's the first season on tape. Like, that is astounding. One-third, at least. Like, that's just crazy. Pretty crazy stuff. Oh, the alcohol. I like to think of Blu-ray as like the Betamax of today. Only because Blu-rays are pretty successful, but I don't see like anyone using them. You know, it's all, well, technically it's all digital now, but you know, back in the day, if you wanted a movie at Blockbuster, you're gonna get it on tape. Same with a Blockbuster today. It's all DVD. It's not, you don't see many Blockbusters with Blu-ray. Funny enough, Betamax was made by Sony. So Sony always ends up making like the better quality successful stuff, but it always ends up being kind of off to the side. DVDs are definitely more successful. And then there's like HD DVD, which I would like put in under the Laserdisc type of thing, where it's like, so back in the day it was VHS, Beta, and Laserdisc. Those were mainly the three competitors for the most part. Now it's DVD, Blu-ray, and like HD DVD. Who uses HD DVD? I've never even seen one of those in person. That's basically the equivalent of Laserdisc. This is totally off topic, because technically it's not a movie format. But here's this thing. This is the Aroma disc player. It's a fragrance machine that doesn't like to come out of the box. So here's this thing. It basically is a record player in a way. So imagine this. You have a paper disc. Spray a bunch of perfume on it and then put a fan under it. That's basically what this thing is. It's a pretty cool item from the past, but like a complete scam. There it is. And I might as well go over records, even though they're not movies. My record collection. There's also film, which isn't a disc at all, but it looks like a disc, so there's that. Records are cool. There's the Beatles, Grammy Awards, Metallica, The Godfather. Godfather always pops up everywhere. And not movies, but still neat items. And then you can't forget CDs. CDs are always nice. I don't think I have any near me. Where are those? Before I continue, here's what a thing looks like. That's Realm. I just combined a reel and film together. This is a reel of film, not a realm. It uses light, the light projector, and it flashes it onto a white board or a white screen. Again, not a disc, but it looks like a disc. I'm never going to talk about that again. Here's this camera. It actually uses discs to record. That's a cool find. It works too. Pretty cool. These discs are super expensive though. Like, so there's CDR and DVD-R. This is CDR, I believe. And they're just really hard to find. You can find DVD-Rs everywhere, but they don't work on this thing. So who knows how a record player works? It uses a needle to use vibrations, and it, amplifies it on a speaker. So nothing much else to talk about that. Let me find those CDs though. Found more disc things that aren't related to movies. Here's a teledisc. It uses let's see. It's kind of like a floppy disk. If I can get it out of the box. This camera doesn't work, unfortunately, but it's still pretty neat. More disc things that look like discs. Hey, I just remembered that all my CDs are in my truck that I don't feel like walking to. But, same thing as DVDs. I don't think that needs much explanation. Laserdisc, CDs, Blu-rays, DVDs, fragrance discs, CDs, photo discs. There's too many discs. No, technically, a VHS tape is a disc. There's discs inside. There's so many discs around me. Everything is a disc. Like, that's a disc, and this is a disc, and that's a disc, and that's a disc, and even these are discs.